The high school football season is fast.
Oh, yeah!
Blink, and you'll miss it.
1, 2, 3, go!
Every chance to step out between the lines should be cherished by every player.
Enjoy this. Not many kids get this to happen in their life.
A chance to shine under the Friday night lights.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Yeah!
And experience the rush of putting that helmet on. The next opportunity is right now.
Big game because the next game. Don't put too much weight on this game.
On the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
We know that you're going to play hard, but we know after the whistle sometimes it gets a little fun, so let's stop that stuff. So help us out, okay? Second thing, have fun, but play by the rules. We will help you.
Oh, play by the rules, kids. That is one of the big takeaways in this one. So much talent on the field tonight in our game of the week. Tons of players that we are going to be seeing on Saturdays real soon. Lake City, Columbia, and the Trinity Christian Conquerors facing off tonight. Welcome into the Friday Night Blitz, Brent.
Yeah, two proud programs, by the way, right there. A lot of tradition, love their football, have produced a ton of talent and a lot of wins over decades and
Two
decades.
great atmospheres, too. When you're talking about where you want to go see a high school football game, if you're in Jacksonville, one of the places you say is head on over to the west side, go check out Trinity Christian. And if you're just anywhere in Northeast Florida, Lake City is a must.
Absolutely.
To go hang out with the Bleacher Creatures and go see what's going on out there for the Columbia Tigers. Let's get those highlights, shall we?
Let's do it.
Just wrapped up our game of the week. Let's check it out.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
All right, so Colin Hurley looking to lead his Conquerors to another win to remain undefeated. Remember, they beat Bowles last week, 27-14. First quarter, Trinity down 3. Hurley finds London Smith running wide open down the field. Trinity up 7-3. Early in this one. Back come the Tigers. Camden, Fryer, short pass, and whoa. How about a preview of what's to come in Tallahassee? The Florida State commit outruns everyone, 41 yards to the house. Columbia back out front. Back and forth they go. This time, how about Trinity working their way down the field? Colin Hurley hits Miles Burris over the middle with an absolute dime. Another touchdown for the Conquerors. Then it looks so nice, they decided to do it twice. Very next drive, Hurley to Burris, another touchdown, the lead. Now 10 as we play through the second quarter. Columbia far from finished. Remember that kid going to Florida State? Fryer? Yeah, that's him. He is, he's really good. Sheds 2 defenders, skips his way into the end zone. That brings the Tigers within 3. That would be your score until we get to the final score, which is Trinity Christian pulling away late for a 43-30 victory. This thing ended within the last 5 or 10 minutes.
The Coach of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Well, last year, Verlin Dormady won his 300th game. He continues to add to that in our Game of the Week this week. Trinity Christian gets the W over Columbia, 43-30, and well, they get that check as well from Jaguars Prep and Whataburger here on the Friday Night Blitz. And moments ago, Action Sports Jack's Marcel Robinson caught up with Coach Dormady.
I'm here with Victoria's head coach and the little ones, of course.
Oh, yeah. The 1 and 2. This is 1 and 2 of grandkids.
Well, like what you said, it's not a Verlin Dormady interview without some of the little ones in here, right?
Absolutely.
Just like it's not a Trinity Christian game without a lot of points and a little bit of drama. You breathing out yet, Coach?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. I thought, gosh, near the end we were trying to just give it away. But, kids are really resilient. They did a great job tonight, really did.
It's funny because you look at the first half of this game, it was pretty tight. It was back and forth. You guys going back at it. What changed in the second half? It was 20-17 going into the half. What changed for you guys to come out here and obviously play Trinity Christian football?
Well, we got backed up on the 4-yard line on the opening kickoff. But for us to go 96 yards and score is huge, and it kind of took a lot of life out of their defense, but man, they played hard. And Columbia always, it's just notoriously a really good football school, and Coach Jackson's doing a great job over there. And so, for our kids just to hang on and then, keep adding points, our offense is getting better and better. And we still got some kids hurt. So hopefully we can get a little bit better toward the end of the season and make a run at this thing.
That's Verlin Dormady. Trinity Christian, your winner here big over the Columbia Tigers, 43-30. Let's go back to you.
All right, let's take a look at our Game of the Week board. It's the wall that says it all. And up next, Fernandina Beach, Yulee. There's a battle up that way. Those guys with their heated rivalry coming up next week on September 30th. That will be our Game of the Week.
No dumb penalty. Play between the whistles. Make plays. Let's make them tap out. Let's make them tap out.
Oh, if you think this one's important for Coach Theatric facing a Fletcher alum, yeah, you better believe it. The battle for the ditch against Sandalwood. The Senators' defense with the first big play at the woodshed. Pop Bullard with an interception, but the Saints kept Fletcher out of the end zone. In fact, the home team would score first in this game. Right on the doorstep, Jamari Harvell squirts through the line into pay dirt. Senators answer, coming up with a big play in the second quarter. Marcellus Tate up top. Anthony Vaglianti fights through the defender for the catch and the touchdown. He is out of here. No surprise. Another tight one. The Senators by a point. They take it 21-20. Coach Faison, you're allowed to be happy for the night.
The whole thing is fighting through adversity, not putting your head down when stuff going bad. And we learned that actually the first game, chopping at the wood, no matter how the game's going.
All right, how about more of that on ESPN 690 every Friday night, the Blitz Scoreboard Show. We show you live action. We showed you a terrific touchdown live, by the way, Trinity Christian in Columbia tonight, and then have all the coaches' reaction like C4 and others from around the area. 9 o'clock every Friday night right before, and then we run downstairs to the Friday Night Blitz. St. Augustine at Bartram Trail, obviously huge rivalry, right? Shootout on the Bears' home field. You know, Bartram's been getting it done with the defense tonight. They show off the offense. Riley Trujillo keeps it and makes the score 37-24 in favor of the home team. Remember, this was once a series that was owned by St. Augustine. Bartram has flipped it. Jackets answer. Lachlan Hewlett to Trenton Jones, big gainer for St. Augustine. They finish off the drive with Devontae Lyons, who's having himself a fine fall season for the Yellow Jackets. That's another 6, and, well, St. Augustine within a touchdown. One last, though, Lathan Biddle.
What a game he had.
57-yard touchdown run. They just kept scoring and scoring. Bears
I think he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first quarter alone.
59-37. That's a lot of points.
Hopefully the scoreboard was working there. It wasn't at Sandalwood, but not because of all those points. It was not working before the game. All right, how about Menendez and Ponte Vedra? Falcons down 17-0 in third, but no quit from Julian Quintero. Doesn't get taken down. In fact, finds his way all the way up to the pylon, just short of the goal line, though. Casey Blanco puts the bow on it. Little keeper there. PAT blocks 17-6. Sharks, they didn't like losing the shutout, so they go and score some more points. How about Ben Burke? High and deep into coverage. Wyatt Rogers, a leaping catch, and just takes his time and gets down into the end zone. That's another touchdown. Fourth quarter, Burke to Cole Madsen. Madsen drives into the end zone. That's another touchdown. Sharks chomping the Falcons 34-12. Let's hear from head coach Steve Price after the win.
It was hard fought, man. My hat's off to Pedro. Those guys played a really tough football game. Our kids played hard. Good to get the win. I'm proud of them. I'm excited. I think we got a great future.
Well, how about Socoy Creek against Clay, and they're trying to keep this season going. This one on the road. Toros moving the ball early. Cameron Harville to Walker Harville. I'm going to go on a limb and say they might be related.
Probably.
Well, they've probably done that in the backyard.
I think they probably have.
Devils get the ball back at us until Parker Webster says, "No, I think I'm going to take that." Rips it out, and is that a scoop and score or a rip and score?
I'm calling it a rip and run.
Rip and run. There you go for Socoy Creek. Speaking of defense, Kendall Hinton gets into the backfield for the sack. The Toros, man, I tell you what, having a heck of a season. Wendell Dean increases the Toros' lead, and the second-year program, first time they've had seniors. Now 4-1? 4-1! Socoy wins 26-21 over Clay.
Yeah, our fans of the week out at the corral. A little patriotic pride here on a Friday night for the Mandarin Mustangs, our fans of the week. So, the Mustangs at home with Creekside paying a visit. First quarter, Mandarin in the air. Tramel Jones, Jamie French, we've heard that plenty of times, takes out the photographer. He'd be okay. And they'd punch it in on the next play. So, all good for everybody. Here's your kickoff down the middle. Andrew Kelly just scoops it up, and that's one defender.
Baseball.
There's another one. Little cut to the inside.
Andrew.
And he's gone. How about that? 86-yard touchdown return.
First year playing football, by the way.
Well, that's good. I guess if you're athletic, right? Second quarter, Sean Ashenfelder under pressure, throws deep to Ashton Reynolds. Get out of the way, coaches! That's a touchdown. If you just look through everybody. There he is down there. Creekside gets the win 37-27. Your final score.
They go to 4-1 by that. Was a huge win in district action as well.
We need a touchdown right here, fellas. We need to put this in the end zone.
We got to put it in the end zone.
Well, that hasn't been a problem for Verlin-Dormany and Trinity Christian this year. They have been putting it in the end zone quite a bit. Scored 43 in a win over Columbia in our game of the week, 43-30. Riverside and Ed White. And look at the crowd gathering for this game in a Duval County clash. Long line to get in. Commanders led early, 14-0. They might have missed that. The Generals go to the air. Donovan Boston to Tyshawn Gelsey. What a nice catch. They could not cash it in, but a beauty of an effort by Gelsey. Ed White defense got the job done. How about Jordan Jackson? I noticed number 53 a couple of times. Said, we got to put that young man on TV. He was big in the first half. Picks up the sack. He was not going to let go of the QB. Isaiah Teal passing to Noah Johnson. Makes a connection. Whoa! Out of nowhere comes Zion Pittman with a big stick. Devon Patterson is the go-to guy for the Commanders. He is really good. Scores the Ed White touchdown. That's the third one of the evening. Made it 22-0, and Ed White wins big, 34-0. They keep cruising here on a Friday night. Ribault Trojans hosting the Middleburg Broncos, scoreless. Halfway through the first, Middleburg driving down the field, and Jaden J-Bo Jenkins calls his number for a quarterback keeper. And there he goes down the sideline. Penalty flag would be thrown on the Trojans. Broncos would end up going for 2. And that's Mike Mitchell back in action right up the middle for the successful 2-point conversion. 8-0. Here in the end of the second, Jenkins hands it to TJ Lang, takes it all the way. They got a nice little duo at that running back spot now. Broncos extend the lead 14-0. Middleburg wins on the road 35-20.
Love you, Mom. What's up, Mom?
Shout out to all the moms. How about that? You can't turn that request down, right? Episcopal players, give the moms a shout out. Hosting NFEI tonight. Battle of the Eagles. The Episcopal Eagles leading 21-0. Joseph Weisner to Lawson Perry. That was that touchdown. How about another one? Eagles midfield. Weisner launching it all the way down to Corey Scott. Breaks out the stiff arm, puts it in, and it is the Eagles who cruise to 4-0 tonight. They defeat NFEI 42-12 in the Battle of the Eagles. Episcopal gets the win. The Bulls Bulldogs' brutal schedule continues. Defending Georgia 4A state champs Benedictine out of Savannah coming to town. Luke Kromenhoek, the quarterback for the Cadets. Get used to the name and figuring out how to say it. He's an FSU commit. This early run sets up a field goal for the visitors. Bulldogs offense had a tough time getting anything going in the first half, but special teams always ready to jump on an opportunity. Simeon Caldwell taking that quite literally there as he jumps on the loose ball. But they give it right back to Benedictine. Defense looking for another stop. Garrison Butler corrals Kromenhoek for the sack, but you can only slow him down for so long. The future Knowles slinging this one late in the first half to Thomas Blackshear for the score. 13-0 at the half. A third straight loss for Bulls, 26-7, but they're going to get healthier. DJ Moore's missed the last few games, didn't play again tonight, and we'll see where they go from here. Going to take some lessons from this one moving forward.
Hey, let's head out to Orange Park. How about that night? You got a little hashtag Battle of the Sunsets tonight. Panthers looking for win number 1. Had the lead 20-0 when I got there late in the first half. JoJo Restall get the Red Raiders on the board. He's a good-looking player now. Nice touchdown run. Scoots in the end zone to make it 20-6. Marcus Stokes, Gators commit for Nease, trying to get that win number 1 after all the magic of last season. Been a little bit of a frustrating start to the year for the Panthers. Well, he had a chance at the end of the half to run the 2-minute drill. Stokes to Cameron Telfair. Got it. They were cooking now into Orange Park territory. Then Stokes to Gavin Geminer. Nice catch, and then watch him break away. Catches it and breaks free, but, you know, well, there was a holding. Bring it back. I figured I'd show it to you anyway because it was really all I got.
Yeah.
Didn't matter in the end. 27-12. Nease beats Orange Park to get win number 1 of the year.
All right, let's join this one late in the first half. Camden County leading by 14 over the Stingrays of Atlantic Coast. Wildcats fake out not only the defense, but the cameraman, too. He doesn't have the ball. He's got the ball. Quan Floyd, the little handoff walking into the end zone, makes it 21-0 at that point. Camden County's defense standing strong as well. QB Parks Rindo will then connect with Sage Roche over the top and into the back of the end zone. It's 28-0 at that point. Time running out in the first half. Camden County looking to get tricky. And let's see, reverse pass. Blown up, oh boy. Tipped at the line. Carter Ladd will snag that one out of the air. So there's a little positive for the Stingrays. Atlantic Coast would get on the board, but they fall 47-6 final.
All right, this little dude hyped up as the First Coast Bucks hosted the Wolverines of Westside tonight. First Coast looking for win number 3 in a row. Late in the first, Rodney Tisdall Jr. connects over the middle to Thomas Jackson. Converts 4th and long. And now it's a first down after the first quarter expired. Bucks ball in the red zone. Tisdall high points this one to Jameer Grays in the back of the end zone. Makes it 6-0 Bucks, and they were off and rolling. Bucks go for the 2-point try. It's tipped at the goal line, but Davian Lucas
just kind of fell right into his lap there.
Make it 8-0. There you go. That. Worked just like that. Yeah. Well, things kind of worked in the Bucks side of things this time around. 14-12. That's 3 in a row for Marty Lee and the Bucks after they had lost 13 consecutive games.
Oh boy, Marty.
The Player of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Speaking of First Coast High School, how about a shout out to Miles Smith, our latest Player of the Week, as voted on by you, the fans. Let's bring in Olivia Tasley now for more on Smith's standout performance on both sides of the ball last week to claim top honors.
There's always that player who changes the game. Last week, Miles Smith was that player for First Coast, but not once, but twice. He helped get the Buccaneers their second straight win of the season last week, racking up double-digit tackles, scoring the game-tying touchdown, and the go-ahead 2-point conversion. First Coast ended up beating Riverside 28-26. The senior already has several college offers. One of them could keep him right here in Jacksonville at Edward Waters University. So the possibility of more Miles Smith highlights for years to come is not off the table. For Action Sports Jacks, I'm Olivia Tasley. Let's go back to you.
All right, I just put this out there on social media. Send us your nominees, all right? We can't see every game, and if you have a player that played really well tonight, send them to us. And so then we'll have a vote, actionnewsjacks.com. We'll put that up in the morning and basically have like less than 72 hours to vote for the winner. actionnewsjacks.com. You can be the Whataburger, Jaguars Prep, Action Sports Jacks, Friday Night Blitz, Player of the Week. You get all those titles.
It's a lot of titles. King of the North, too, I think. All right, 3-0 Newberry had last week off to prep for 2-1 Union County Fighting Tigers. They scored 55 last Friday. They're pretty good now. Second possession, Rayvon Durant, 40 yards. And, well, they got a good look at the back of his jersey because there he goes, 7-0 at that point. This game, all boys from Lake Butler. They take it 45-0, your final score. How about a big rivalry game north of the border? This one rarely disappoints. I'm talking Glen Academy and Brunswick going head-to-head up there in Glen County. First quarter, Jaden Drayton going to bounce it to the outside and dives for the end zone. 7-0 Pirates at that point.
He used to play for Glen?
He did. A little crosstown switcheroo. Next possession, Terrors firing it out to David Prince, fighting for extra yards. He fumbles. It's picked up, and that's a scoop and score.
That's a scoop and score.
Yeah, Armarian Lamar takes it in. Then 2 plays after the fumble, Glen going for the double pass. There's 1 pass. Here's 2 passes. Tyler Devlin to Jaden Ellis to Hank Noonan. 14-7 Pirates at that point. But it is the Pirates that come away with the victory. 55-21. Always one of the best crowds in Southeast Georgia every year. We go to Tallahassee. It's Oakley taking on Childs. The Knights trailing, but how about Drew Ammon, little QB keeper? That'll fool the Timberwolves defense. He scores. Extra point miss. Made it a 4-point game. That's as close as they would get. They fall 27-23. Had a chance to win it late.
Yeah, right near the goal line, too. Reigns on the road, taking on Trinity Catholic. Celtics opening quarter. Vikings near the goal line. They give it to Sincere Cohen, who crashes across the plane to cut to a 7-6 game. Under 2 minutes left in the third. Vikings back in the Celtics red zone. Roman Doles, QB keeper, touchdown. Puts Reigns in front 14-10, but it wasn't enough.
It was enough, sorry.
It was enough, sorry. Trinity Catholic. They beat them 20-17. Reigns with the win. Hey, Creekside's 4-1. They've won with defense, offense, and how about special teams? Andrew Kelly, look at the move there. And then takes off through traffic He is our play of the week as Creekside wins 37-27 over Mandarin in a big district game. They are now 4-1.
They had 2 kickoff return touchdowns and nearly a third in that game. The big win for them. All right, that's it for the Friday Night Blitz. You can always catch the full show online. Let's leave you with our band of the week. It's the Bartram Trail Bears. Have a great night, everyone.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it. On Fridays, the sound of high school football echoes through the night, and the Blitz is bringing those sounds to life.
This is our field. Let's go and get them.
More passion, more highlights, more coverage of the best games on Friday nights. Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, Friday at 10:30 on Fox 30. Sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.